The hospital corridors lay hushed under the glow of emergency lights, their sterile surfaces reflecting an almost reverent stillness. The late shift staff moved with practiced efficiency, exchanging subdued remarks as soft footsteps punctuated the silence. Despite the inherent unpredictability of their environment, this particular night gave every impression of uneventfulness, until the automatic doors slid open with an unassuming whisper. Initial curiosity gave way to disbelief as a lone German shepherd trotted into the emergency ward. His fur bore the vestiges of a long journey. Caked mud and tangled tufts matted against his frame. Yet despite his evident fatigue, there was a purposeful determination in his gait. In his jaws, he bore a delicate burden, a tiny bundle swaddled in a faded cloth, with the precision of someone entrusted with a mission of utmost importance. Nurses halted in their tracks, their professional composure wavering as they witnessed the canine's arrival. One step forward, trembling yet compelled by compassion, and carefully unwound the cloth. The sight that emerged arrested breath across the room. An infant so fragile that every chest rise seemed an act of sheer defiance. His skin was pallid, his depths shallow and erratic. A collective urgency surged through the personnel. The infant was swiftly transferred to a treatment cot and surrounded by a whirlwind of activity. A lead physician declared the newborn severely dehydrated and malnourished, his condition bordering on critical. Within moments, an intravenous line was established, an oxygen mask secured, and vital signs monitored by pulsating beeps that underscored the gravity of each passing second. All the while, Max remained motionless by the entrance. His steadfast vigil a silent testament to his awareness of the infant's plight. His eyes, bright with an almost sentient urgency, conveyed a clarity of purpose that transcended instinct. Medical staff, seasoned by innumerable emergencies, found themselves humbled by the dog's unwavering composure and the depth of his resolve. As the newborn's heart rate stabilized and his breaths grew marginally stronger, the tension in the room eased, but not entirely dissipated. Despite the nascent signs of improvement, it was clear that without intervention, the child's survival hung by a precarious thread. The attending nurse, glancing at Max, murmured he knew exactly where to bring him. Within minutes, word of the extraordinary event reached local law enforcement. Investigator Daniel Sanders arrived with a team, his expression shifting from skepticism to awe as he took in the scene. Amid the hum of medical equipment and hushed exchanges, the hospital staff recounted the surreal appearance of Max delivering the infant as if fulfilling an imperative beyond any training known to man or beast. Detective Sanders directed an attempt to locate a microchip within Max's collar. The dog, sensing a threat, recoiled without aggression, an admonition to maintain respectful distance. Recognizing the canine's disciplined behavior, Sanders issued the order to collar and leash him gently for further inquiry. Max led the officers into the night, his steps confident and unerring through the labyrinth of city streets. The patrol cars followed in silent formation, their flashing lights casting elongated shadows on the pavement. After traversing several blocks, Max came to a halt before a weathered house in a desolate sector of town. The air was heavy with neglect as they crossed the threshold into a once inhabited but now forsaken dwelling. Inside, the house spoke volumes through its derelict state. Overturned furniture, empty cabinets, and remnants of children's belongings strewn across the floor. At the back of the house, a small door revealed a dimly lit chamber where an aged crib stood vacant. Nearby, a tilted bowl and a few scattered toys attested to a hasty departure. Max approached the empty crib and gently collapsed, his mission at an end. The officer's search yielded a crumpled letter on a cluttered table. In trembling handwriting, the author confessed to the unbearable weight of care, admitting to surrendering her infant to the only being she trusted, Max. The letter spoke of a life unraveling, of dwindling resources, and of hope that the loyal dog would deliver her child to safety. Armed with this revelation, the team canvassed local residents. An elderly neighbor recalled a young woman once seen with a large dog and a baby, Dot, whose sudden disappearance had never been explained. Piecing together these fragments, the officers scoured the vicinity until a report surfaced. A disoriented woman in a nearby park. They found her seated on a bench, her frame trembling, eyes vacant in the night's chill. Upon learning of her son's rescue and current hospitalization, her shock transformed into sobs of relief. Her name was Rachel, and her voice quivered as she questioned, "Noah, is he alive?" Within the ambulance returning to the hospital, Rachel's voice, though frail, conveyed the heartbreak of abandonment by her partner and the crushing reality of destitution. She described her final plea to Max, to guide Noah to safety, believing in his undying loyalty above all. When their convoy re-entered the emergency ward, Rachel, supported by medical staff, paused at the doorway to the pediatric care unit. There lay her son, tubes and monitors attached to his small form, yet breathing steadily now. Max rose to greet her, his gait unsteady but eyes unwavering. Rachel knelt to stroke his head, whispering words of profound gratitude. "Max, you saved us." Hospital personnel, officers, nurses and doctors witnessed this reunion in solemn reverence. The dog's extraordinary feat had reshaped the family's destiny. Over subsequent days, Noah's condition continued to improve under vigilant care. Social workers arranged temporary housing and assistance, and community members, moved by the tale, offered clothing, food and opportunities to help Rachel rebuild. On a bright morning, more than a week after Max's arrival, Rachel stepped through the hospital doors, cradling a healthier Noah. Sunlight illuminated the infant's curious gaze and gentle smile, the first sign of his rediscovered strength. Max walked faithfully at their side, his duty fulfilled, yet ever present. Stories of Max's heroism spread, inspiring local efforts to support families in crisis, and highlighting the bond that unites man and animal. Rachel's new home became a testament to compassion, as neighbours contributed gifts and goodwill to her household. Within those walls, Noah learned to crawl across floors once silent with despair, now vibrant with laughter and hope. This narrative transcends a simple account of rescue. It stands as a testament to unwavering loyalty, to acts of sacrifice enacted without expectation of reward. Max's journey underscores how devotion can bridge the chasm between despair and deliverance, how a single act of courage can redirect the course of a life. In reflecting upon these events, one is reminded that true heroism often emerges from the unlikeliest of sources. The guard dog who once patrolled city streets became a silent guardian, leading a vulnerable infant towards survival. His actions illuminate a profound truth. Compassion, in its purest form, is an unspoken language understood by all creatures. May this account of Max, Rachel, and little Noah serve as an enduring reminder of the transformative power of love and the extraordinary feats that love can inspire.